does it seem like your career has been like really quick? It's your last home game.
Yeah, it does. I was on the phone with my mom. This will be, I think this is the first game they've come to since my freshman year here, and yeah, we were talking about it last night about how a couple years ago I was just a freshman on the bench, and like you said, now it's my last home game. It definitely flies.
Are you going to do anything special for senior day?
I'm gonna hug my mom before the game. I've never been able to do that before, so that'll be special.
Is that like, what are you looking forward to the most?
Trying to end with a win. You don't want your last high school game I played. We lost, and I still think about that. So I want this last senior, my last game in Tiger Stadium to be with a win.
Joe, go ahead.
Being one of the veterans on the offensive line, what are your thoughts on how some of the younger guys who have filled in for Blackwell and Alex Hurst, Josh Williford, and Greg Shaw, what are your thoughts on how they've performed when they've been called upon?
They've done tremendously well. I mean, just even from being in that situation, they've done better than I did when I was called on to fill in for hurt guys or something in the game. And I definitely commend those guys for that, because if it wasn't for the Greg Shaws and the Chris Falks, we probably wouldn't have won as many games as we did, because people don't realize it, but the offensive line is a very integral part of the offense, and if we're not clicking on all cylinders, we can't move.
What makes you think that they've been better?
Probably just the preparation that they've done, as well as just looking at them on film. They look like they've been there before, and they did good.
Joe, how much does last year's loss to Ole Miss kind of stick in your craw? Bother you?
Oh, a lot. Yeah, I definitely haven't forgotten about it. And I didn't look ahead of the schedule to Ole Miss because I go 1 week at a time. But now that we're at Ole Miss, I definitely saw the film from last year, and I'm looking to correct some mistakes, as we all are. So.
And the ending of the game, I mean, was that particularly painful?
Any loss is painful to me. It doesn't matter if we lose by 20 or if we lose by 1. I don't like losing. So.
After the way that ended last year against Ole Miss, do you remember Coach Miles or the coaches doing anything different for the rest of the season to get you guys ready for situations like that?
Yeah, we definitely worked a lot more clock management drills. A lot more in this situation and that situation drills. So.
Does that continue this year? Has that been bigger?
Oh, definitely.
Do you guys still consider yourselves national title contenders at this point? Do you think about that at all?
In the back of our minds, we do. We like to stay optimistic, but like I said before, we're trying to take it one game at a time. So if we don't win this game, we're not contending for anything. So in the back of our minds, we do keep hope. Just like in 2007. But right now, we're just focused on Ole Miss.
Can you recall any time in 2007 where you thought that it wasn't going to happen, and then you were shocked to learn that it was?
Probably the week before. When we lost to Arkansas. When we lost to Arkansas, that was a pretty big blow to everybody. But I remember on the way back from the SEC championship when Pilot announced that the teams that needed to lose lost. It was crazy.